So welcome back to my channel. I wanted to get this video out because I have filmed it like probably 3 times already, and each time something different has gone wrong and I've had some weird issue come up, and so I'm just gonna sit down and do it. Alright, so this is a review of my spring 2018 semester. I do a semester review pretty much every semester just as a way for me to look back, see how I did or how I was feeling about a certain aspect of my schooling. So this past semester I took 3 classes at 4 credits each. I took Calc 3, Cinema Studies, and Computer Science. Okay, so the first class I'm going to talk about is my computer science class. I took Introduction to Computer Science, and in that class we were learning Python. First of all, I'd like to say that I really did enjoy Python. It's really fun. It was just something that I actually was enjoying a lot. That being said, I did not enjoy the class. I hated the class. I actually ended up dropping it towards the end of the semester. So my professor was, I think, a little too advanced. He was teaching Python in a way that was for not an introductory class, but for someone who has like a background in programming and a background in computer science, which this wasn't the class he should be doing that in, if that makes sense. This was like an introductory class, and like in the syllabus and everything it said no prior knowledge to computer science was needed, and that was really not what was happening in the classroom. The way he was teaching just did not make sense, and he was like referring to like other programming classes and concepts and comparing them, and it's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And to top it off, he switched the style of the classroom like halfway through the class. So he was doing like a inverted classroom when we first started, where we would watch the lectures and read the notes online. And so like he would have like a video up online, and we would watch that before we went to class. When we got to class, we would do quizzes. When I'm just watching the video, it's like there's no questions being asked, there's no like problems being assessed. So it was like really frustrating in that way. And then so I get to class and it's like we're being quizzed on all these concepts that there was no way for anyone to ask questions about or clear up misconceptions or anything. There was like no interaction at all, and it was frustrating. So like we had to be ready for a quiz every single day of class. First of all, I don't do well in tests and quizzes because I get test anxiety. Second of all, it was just like no interaction with the teacher. We were basically teaching ourselves. And then on top of all that, he wouldn't teach like the introduction to Python. He would go in depth to things like that would just make the concepts more confusing, and that was frustrating. So I did end up dropping that class towards the end of the semester. So I dropped it the last week that we were able to drop classes. After that, at that point, which was like maybe a month and a half or 2 months until the end of the semester, I was just down to 2 classes. I was taking my Cinema Studies class and my math class. So I actually really love calculus, and I've been enjoying my journey through the calculus classes. This semester was pretty much the same as my other semesters. It was like the same routine, the same professor, and my professor was like really chill. Like I ended up getting way behind on homework, and he still accepted homework like a month late, and he's just like really understanding and stuff like that. Just as long as we were like there for the quiz, he literally didn't care what we did with our time, which is nice because I was spending so much time trying to keep up with computer science for most of the class, or for most of the semester. But because I spent so much time trying to keep up with computer science, I got very behind in Calc 3, and so by the time I dropped my computer science class, I was like so behind in Calc 3 that there was no way I could catch up. There's no way I could do that much catch up on homework and that much catch up on studying and preparing, and I just like, I would have like meltdown, like freak out, and because I was so behind and I couldn't catch up and I wasn't understanding what was going on in class. So I ended up just doing the best I could, turning in as much homework as I could, and I didn't do well at the end of the semester. Like my grade wasn't that great in that class. Like I passed, but it wasn't great. It definitely dropped my GPA for sure. And so I technically don't need to retake it, but I am going to retake it, not this fall semester, probably in the spring, hopefully, because first of all, I don't want that negative experience to be reflected on my GPA, and second of all, because I know I didn't understand the material in the way that I could have and that I can if I do it properly. And then my final class was Cinema Studies, and this was just a fun class I took because it met a few of my diversification requirements, like humanities and arts and stuff like that. And second of all, I love film and movies, and that's just like a hobby of mine, so it matched up perfectly. And it was 4 credits, so I would only have to take 3 classes that semester instead of 4, because 12 credits is like a full semester, or like full-time student. That class was fun. It was just 2 days a week. Each week, the first day, which was Monday, we would spend the entire class period watching a different movie. And then the second day, which was Wednesday, we would spend that class period discussing the movie we had watched on Monday. Every Wednesday we'd also have a quiz on the movie. That was it. There was no midterms, no real homework. The only exam we had was the final exam, which was easy. Aside from the exam, we had to do a final presentation. I did mine on digital cinema, and I did really well on it. It was kind of scary getting up in front of like 100 people and talking, but it was fun and I really liked it. The class overall was great. I'm actually also thinking about doing the cinema studies minor. I was thinking about English, but I'm just having a lot of fun in the cinema studies class. That's an overview of the 3 classes that I took. Cinema studies, which was great. Math, which could have been great, but I kind of dropped the ball on it. And then my computer science class, which was just a complete disaster. I'm gonna end up retaking computer science eventually, probably like way far down the line. I'm retaking my math class for sure. Not this semester, but next spring I'm gonna be taking that. And yeah, it was really frustrating this semester because it didn't really go how I had wanted it to go, and I know I could have done better, but there was like a lot going on in terms of me trying to catch up in classes because of that stupid computer science class, and a lot of things going on in like my personal life. So it wasn't the best semester, but it happens, and I'm just gonna try again harder this next semester to keep focused and do the best that I can. Alright, so that was my semester. Thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys. Oh, I've been playing with this the whole time. I'm so sorry if that was distracting. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.